Hey everyone, Eric from Engramic. I have a new demo that shows off our new feature for our next release, which is how we use long-term memory to train itself after scanning a document. Let's jump into it. All right, this is a document that I'm going to scan. I made it myself to make sure that there's none of this training information in any of the LLMs that I use. It's 21 pages of job descriptions. All right, so let's scan that in. What I'm going to do is move into my admin interface, and here I can select different repos. And I'm going to check that repo that I showed you the document before. That's this document here. I'll hit process and the scanning begins. All right, so scanning does an initial pass, kind of like you and I might if we did a first read through of a document. The big difference between our scanning and others, it might be a little bit slower, but we're doing it image based, which gives you much better results than pulling the text out of the PDF. So this is scanning and doing its initial one. And after this is done, we'll move into training mode. But first, I'm going to start a summary question here based off of that first initial scan. It'll do pretty well. All right, going back to the repo and talking about training. So, training looks at the document that it's aware of now because of the first scan and builds up more memories based on different angles because of its knowledge of the document. All right, so if I go back here, this was the first question that I asked when we did the initial training. Does a pretty good job and knows the document pretty well. But now that it's done its secondary pass and done the additional training, I'm going to ask that same question again, and we should get more thoughtful, deeper, more thought out results. I'll give it a second here. There we go. Now, as you can see, it's not a huge difference. It did a pretty good job on that first pass, but it was able to give it some more time to think. And as it's thinking, it's organizing its thoughts and saving them all into long-term memory. This is something that we can continue to do. We can add to that training. We can even customize it for your specific purposes. We think this is a great way to make your systems work better and to get better and better results when you ask the question. All right. Thanks for watching.